I'm interested in your touch with technology because that is probably going to dominate the rest of the conversation. I'm trying to understand what has been your first impression of technology? Because now, okay, we are both coming from Nigeria. We understand that so small emphasis is placed on technology, even though we are supposed to be a key player in technology. By technology, I mean the
100%.
modern technology, the tools that we use today, internet and the rest of it. These are what actually power the economy of today. A good example will simply be
100%.
a case in sight, the war that is taking place between Russia and Ukraine. That is a high play of technology that is taking place there. And that also explains to us that the economy that we have today is tied to technology. The war that we are going to
100%.
fight, if we are going to have a third world war, is going to be fought at the level of technology. So a country that want to have any significance in this world that doesn't invest something in its technological build-up is already lost his battle. So tell me your first impression about technology.
Ah, okay. Based on what you said, you actually gave me tools on how to answer this question. And I'll say technology is a tool. It has no emotions, and that's just what it is. It's literally just a tool. And it can be used for good, and it can also be used for bad. So I see technology with no emotion, meaning that it does depend on the person that is using it. And also, technology is something that has always been part of human, and it has technology for me is something that have helped humans to be the dominant species on Earth. You know, if there was no technology, I don't think humans would be where we are today. Shark may probably be okay. Shark does don't live on land, but like other animals that are more that have iron muscles and so on could actually dominate. But let me tell you what I mean. You know, in this case, you know, modern technology, that's a different story. But technology is basically using anything outside of your body for your own survival. You know, the ability for you to use a knowledge and then use something outside of your own body, carve it to your own taste as a tool for your own survival. That thing is a sort of is a technology. Let me give you an example. You can literally use a stone as a technology, and we had the Stone Age, and we have the age in which people use the spear. Then that was the standard of the technology. You know, that was what they used to for the survivor to go and hunt and those sort of things. But modern technology has gone from technology sorry, technology have gone from the stone form of technology to electronics, to using electron as the means, from using a stone, a state of matter, into using electrons and other forms and using electromagnetic wave. You know, a lot of what we're doing today, softwares is basically electromagnetism. Everything is softwares. You know, in computing, it's basically manipulation of electromagnetism. Um, so now we sort of like we have become like masters of electromagnetism. You know, a lot of what we're doing in electricity and magnetism, and then manipulating that and using that for our own survival. And even further, if you go into the hardware aspect when it comes to the weapons and those sort of thing, you know, um, like World War II was also fought by with technology too, because then they had planes, they had guns, they had the nuclear weapons and those sort of things, and moving forward, in this generation, I'm actually thinking, with all due respect, I don't want to support any conspiracy theory, but moving forward, I think one of the main form of technology that if you're going to have World War III, as you said, is going to be software, definitely, through hacking on the internet and getting directly into people's mind, because right now I think a lot of us are basically working cyborgs. If you actually really, really, really look deep into things, I could come into details on that later, but we're literally like working cyborgs. And then the other side is bioweapons. Like if anything, we've advanced so much in manipulation of biotechnology that is a quiet, things that are quiet are usually more dangerous. Nuclear weapons make a lot of noise, like the thermal wars and things like that. They make a lot of noise, and you can literally see the physical weapons do the damage. But if things are quiet, that you don't see things happening, you can literally lie that is natural. Without you, you can literally say it's natural. You can, like, you probably would not even know that there is a war already going on. Like the cyber warfare that happened a couple of months to, weeks to month ago. And a lot of people didn't know that there was cyber warfare going on. And and some people postulate that the coronavirus and things is also a bioweapon or things like that. So this is the dark side of technologies for me. There's also the really good side of technology because it has made life easy for us. We can work from home. It has connected you're in Italy, I'm in Nigeria, and now I could be in contact with you and talk to you. And I think technology has really, really helped me as a person. Like software and internet technology have helped me a lot because my life would have, I think my life might have gone south, meaning gone into the wrong direction if I didn't have access to the internet or a way to still get connected to some of my friends in the UK or people to support around the world. Because relocation from one country to another is not easy, especially when you have to relocate in your um, in your later age. After graduation, you don't need to go to school, you don't need to go to university or this sort of thing, and then you're not coming back to a country like Nigeria or like to Africa, and you don't know anyone, and those sort of things. So technology have helped to stay in contact, with the people that you knew. Technology have helped in reaching out for help, reaching out, to people. And technology, most especially for me, has helped to navigate new environment. Most especially. So there is a good and the dark and the bad side of technology in general. And if you look at kids, toys are literally a form of technology. They're basically, like I don't know, like most of the toys, most of the technology we have right now, they're basically adult toys. But toys themselves, they're like a mini form of technology because they contain, for example, a toy car. The toy car contains the same type of some of the same type of devices that some of the same type of components that you have in an actual car, but on a mini, very small, like a prototype of it. For example, the rotors. So you have the rotor for propagating the car forward, the toy car forward, and you also have the sort of like motors too. The rotors too in a big car. In the alternators, and that you can literally see how technology can also be used for fun. To provide entertainment for for the young generations and for the older generations as well. So there's so many different aspects of technology as a tool for any sectors, for any sector of the world. Like it's literally a tool for anything. Like you can be a media person, a politician, or a cleaner, but you're still going to use technology. You're still going to find a way technology is going to benefit you wherever you are. So it's just a tool. It does depend on who is using it.
Thank you so much for that. I like that because if we define it as a tool now, then people should not be afraid to use it. I remember that when this version of technology was beginning to crop out all over the places, there was fear for many people. Until today, there are still speculation. These are controlled by other people. You shouldn't touch it. It's dangerous and things like that. But it is not true. It is like water. If you take the right amount of water that you need to take, your body will work well. It will be alive.
Exactly.
Up to 70% of your body, I think even more, is actually water. But that water can also kill you. If you jump into a pool of water, I don't know, ocean, river, or even a basin
Yeah,
of
yeah,
water, whatever, you are going to die. It is not the water that kills you. Because if the water that kills you, it means the water that makes you alive. So the water have no responsibility in it. It is you. You are supposed to know. Another thing is maybe, for example, electricity, the electric current. Electric current
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
is neutral. That's what I'm talking about here. If you know how to use the electricity, it will give you light. It allow you to do everything you are doing. That is what I'm doing. That is what I'm using now. That is what you are using.
100%,
But try
100%,
to plug your hand on it. You are going to burn to ashes. So I think
100%.
I think what we should do is to learn to take responsibility for ourselves, for our action. We don't need to blame it on other people. or the tools, or the instrument, or the technology that we have invented. It is there for us to help us live better. But if we are too
Yeah, yeah.
ignorant now, not be able to manipulate the technology, then the technology can manipulate us, and then that is the end of us.